Welcome to the MOOC on Cartographic Techniques Practical. In today's session, we are going to discuss about Hyther graph. At the end of this session, we will learn about what is Hyther graph, how can we create Hyther graph on graph paper, and what are their uses, its benefits as well as its limitations. So, we are now going to start with what is Hyther graph. We will first learn what is Hyther graph. Hyther graph is a visual chart. It is represent average monthly temperature against rainfall for a specific location. It will be for a annual, it is over to the 12-month period. It is first developed by Griffith Taylor in 1949. In Hyther graph, we have two major components. First one is temperature and second one is rainfall. So, temperature, we will draw temperature on vertical y axis as well as rainfall we will draw on the horizontal axis. So, this way we will create our Hyther graph. By the Hyther graph we will learn about what are the climatic characteristics of particular locations. So, as you can see, this is the image of the Hyther graph. So, as you can see from seeing the Hyther graph, we have rainfall in the month of August, October and November, as well as there are low rainfall in February, March, April and May. So, by seeing Hyther graph, we can learn about what are the climatic characteristics, suppose temperature and rainfall. So, now we will learn about what are the uses of Hyther graph. First uses of Hyther graph is seasonal patterns. When we see the Hyther graph, we can learn about how the season changes from one month to the another. So, second one is climate classifications. So, when we Hyther graph of various locations of across the globe, we can learn by seeing the Hyther graph what are the climate are on a specific location. Suppose we have two places or three places in a different region. Suppose in India we have different climate, Europe has a different climate or African countries have a different climate. So, by seeing the Hyther graph we can understand what are their climate characteristics. The third application of the Hyther graph is agriculture planning. By seeing the Hyther graph we can plan our agriculture, suppose which crop will suitable for the which month. Suppose we are in a rainy season, when we know which are the month, we know we received most rainfall. So, we prepare accordingly and grow crops which are water friendly, and some crops which are not water friendly, they require less rainfall. So, we will plan accordingly which month have a low rainfall periods. So, fourth application of the Hyther graph is climate comparison. Suppose we have two climate zone, two regions, which one is in India or another one is a UK. By seeing the Hyther graph, we can compare both of them and which month has a higher rainfall in India differs from the rainfall in UK. So, the third part is now we will go to create Hyther graph on a graph paper. So, for that we will learn some procedure. First step of the creating Hyther graph is first we should know about data. Where can we gather data? So, data can be gathered from various government sources or public available sources. Suppose in India, if you want to collect data for the India, you can gather from IMD websites or any other websites you are comfortable. So, first we will gather data, then we will create a numerical scale. I will go on hands on, like suppose we have data of Delhi which is like this. We will draw a table first. In this way, in this table first we will write month, temperature and rainfall. Suppose we have data for the month of January. Suppose we have data for the month of January, February and March, where temperature is like this. And the rainfall of these particular months are like this. When we know about the particular place climate data, so now we will try to create it on graph paper. First we will draw x axis, then y axis, and we will also choose a scale. Suppose we choose like 1 centimeter will show 3 degree on y axis and 1 centimeter will show 15 mm on x axis, like this. The step we follow is, first we gather data and then we will choose our scales and draw x and y axis, and now we will draw and level axis. We will start from 0. So, it will be like this. So, we will start from 0. Suppose we have scales of 1 centimeter will show 15 mm on x axis. So, we will label like this: 15, 13, 45, 60, 75, like that. And same thing we will do on the y axis, where we choose a scale of 1 centimeter is equal to 3 degrees Celsius. So, we will draw it on y axis. Nine, 12, 15, 18, like this we will draw. So, after choosing our scales and leveling it on the graph, now what we will do is, we will plot our data points. Suppose we have 3 months data, January, February and month. So, we will plot it on the graph paper. Suppose we have data for rainfall is 15 mm, we will locate 15 mm on the graph. Suppose it is here. We have data for the rainfall is 15 mm, we will first locate where is 15 mm on the graph. So, suppose it is here, and same thing we will follow for the y axis. Suppose we have we have temperature for the y, for the this location has 6 degree. So, we will plot where is 6 degree. So, here is a 6 degree. What we will do is, we will draw perpendicular on both axes, and where these points will be meet, we will plot a points and we will do the marking like this is the point will show the data for January, and same thing we will do for the month of February. Suppose we have data for February is 13 mm and 12 Celsius. So, same thing we will do, we will draw a perpendicular, and where this point we will meet, we will put a point and put a mark like that February, and same thing we will do for the month of March. Suppose we have data for the March, first we will know about what is the rainfall. Suppose we have rainfall for the March month is 5 mm, we will mark 5 mm on the map is here. So, same thing we will do for the, and we have temperature like a 20 degree. So, what we will do is, we will locate it on the graph and put a mark. Suppose we have 20 degree here, same thing we will do, we will draw a perpendicular from both axes. Here these points will meet. So, we will put a month here March, and after doing this, what we will do is, we will join every point with a straight line like this. and then we will do this. In this way, for a Hyther graph we will create for the 12 months, and when we create for the 12 months, then we will join every month, every 1 month plot in a straight line, and we will close and we will get a 12 size polygon. This way we can prepare our Hyther graph. After creating our Hyther graph, what we will do is we will write a title on the top. We created this Hyther graph for the location of Delhi, so we will write a title like this: Hyther graph of Delhi. After creating the graph, we will ensure what we created is correct and see is here any error. If error, we will rectify it, otherwise we will put everything in graph, and this way we can create our Hyther graph. So, I hope you understand how can we create Hyther graph on a graph. So, now we are going to take an example of Delhi. We have data for the Delhi for the month of 12 months, and it is like that, and we will try to create a Hyther graph based on this data. So, it is saying first what we will do is we will draw our axis here. I am doing it on rough, so there will be some error, but when we will do on graph, so there will be no error, I think. First we will put our axis x and y, and then where these 2 points meet, we will put 0 here, and suppose we choose a scale for a y axis, temperature we show 1 centimeter is equal to 3 degree Celsius, and on the for the x axis 1 centimeter will show 15 mm. So, based on this data we will create our Hyther graph. For the month of January, we have temperature 14 degree. First we will do the labeling, where 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36. Same we will do for rainfall: 15, 30, 45, 60, 75, 90, 105, 120, 135, 150, 165, 180, 195, 200, 10, 225. So, we will label our axis. This axis will show temperature in degree Celsius. Same we will do for rainfall. X axis will show rainfall in mm like this. Then we are going to plot our points based on the data we have. For the month of January, we have temperature 14 degree. First we will try to locate where is 14 degree. Suppose it is here, and for the rainfall it is 25 mm. Then we will locate it also on the here. So, maybe it is here. So, we will draw a perpendicular. Where these 2 points will meet, we will put a point and write this is for the month of January. Same we will do for the month of February. It is showing temperature 17 degree. So, first we will locate where is 70 degree. So, maybe it is here. So, same thing we will do. Rainfall we will also locate. It is saying 22. So, we will locate where is 22 on the graph. So, it may be here. So, we will draw perpendicular. So, where these two points will meet, we will put a mark, and same thing we will follow for the month of March. It may be look like this. Actually, I put a wrong location for the month of February. So, for the month of February we have temperature which is 70 degree. So, we will mark here and draw perpendicular. This is point will be for the month of February, and this will be point for the month of March. Same thing we will do for the other months, April, May, June, like that. We get a point, plot point here, 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 and we also do the thing April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. And after getting these points, what we will do is we will join every points with a straight line. Like this we will join. I am doing it on rough, so it is not correct. So, when you will do it on graph, it will be correct only. And after plotting till December, we will join December to January. This way we can create our Hyther graph, and then we will plot the title on the top. This data is from the Delhi. So, we will write on the top this. Hyther graph of Delhi. Now, I am going to show you example what actually this Hyther graph will be look like this. The final Hyther graph will be look like this based on the data. This will be Hyther graph we will prepare based on the data. What we will do is ensure everything is correct. In here we can see the title is not here. So, we will put a title on the top. Hyther graph of Delhi. After creating Hyther graph, what we can understand based on the Hyther graph? As you can see the Hyther graph, there are some certain things. Month of July, August, September have a very higher rainfall compared to other months, whereas for the month of January, December, November, February, March, April and May, these months have a very low rainfall. As well as temperature is also much for the month of May, April and March also, where temperature is rapidly increasing. So, as we can see from the Hyther graph, where there are the more rainfall like this month has a higher rainfall compared to other months, as well as temperature is also more than the compared to the month like February and December. So, we can say by seeing this Hyther graph, this is a monsoon type of climate of Delhi. So, Delhi is like a monsoon type, where most of the rainfall we will receive in from the month of from July to September. This is interpretation of Delhi, where winter is from December to January. February pre-monsoon, or you can say summer season from March to May, and monsoon period from July to September, and after that we have autumn, October, November, where temperature is decreasing. Now, we understand about how to create a Hyther graph, what is Hyther graph. Now, we will go what are the Hyther graph's benefits. First benefit of Hyther graph is it will integrate data visualization. by Hyther graph we will do temperature and rainfall at the same time. So, based on one image we will know about temperature and rainfall. Second one is we will rapidly understand what are the seasonal patterns, and the third one is comparative climate analysis. Suppose we have Hyther graph different places, so we will compare them, and through analysis we will understand what are their climatic differences. The fourth benefits of Hyther graph is it will aid in climate classification. So, we have Hyther graph of different places around the globe. We will classify climate according to this. By seeing the Hyther graph, we will classify into the tropical climate or arid climate or Mediterranean climate, like this. But Hyther graph not only have benefits, but it has some certain limitations. So, now we will going to learn about what are their limitations. The first limitations of Hyther graph is limited variables. As you know, Hyther graph have only two variables, one is rainfall and second one is temperature. Other from temperature and rainfall, we do not consider other weather elements like humidity, wind speeds in Hyther graph. So, this is the first limitation. Second limitations of Hyther graph is it will oversimplify transition. From the example you can see it will oversimplify transition. Suppose how the weather differs from one month to the other. So, the third limitations of Hyther graph is it will lacks rainfall details. From seeing Hyther graph we will know it will show the average rainfall. So, we do not know which day of the month have don't. So, we do not be very sure about which day has a more rain and which day has a dry spells. Fourth limitations of Hyther graph is it will mislead us during the extremes condition. As you know, sometimes it is appear in mountainous region, we are witnessing cloud burst. During this type of situation, we do not, when we prepare average rainfall, we do not know how we will receive so much rainfall in this period. During the extreme conditions, it will be not very useful. As we are now witnessing the climate change, it is very difficult for climatologists how climate is changing. So, it is very difficult to understand it is on Hyther graph right now. So, it will slightly show some problems here. Summary, what we learn in this session, we will see through the summary. First we learnt about its definition, what is Hyther graph. And we also learnt about how to create Hyther graph, same what are the Hyther graph benefits and what are the Hyther graph limitations. We know about what is Hyther graph, how can we create Hyther graph, what are uses and benefits of Hyther graph as well as limitations of Hyther graph. That is all for this session. Thank you everyone for your patience and listening to me. Thank you.